Hello and welcome back to Brett's Builds, aka the Castle Guy, aka the Panel King. We are going to talk about my layout today and some of what I've been doing and what I've put into it. It is a custom layout built by myself. There are a couple of sets, obviously iconic ones that I feel are worthy to go in as they are, but there's not many. But we're going to talk about what I've done and the process that goes with it. Sorting out the figures, all the brick, finding the parts, talking to people in the community. Hopefully I'm going to touch on all of these topics and not leave too much out. But I am also going to say this, that once this video is done, this layout will be taken down because we've got to make way for a new theme. And yeah, that will be another video for another day. So let's get into what's involved with my castle journey. Here we have my sorting table, and as you can see, you've got your flags, your weapons, your tool chests, helmets for the knights. Then you've got bows and arrows. Again, we've got some soldiers here that have been putting helmets, giving weapons to, and sheaths for their bows. Again, the flags. Then there's the other side of it where you have to sit and go through which figures you think will go into a layout. And here's a little look at some of what I have to sort through and choose who I'm going to put in and who I'm not. It's not a case of just bundling everybody into the layout and making it work. Sometimes less can be more. Right, let's talk about the layout itself. The layout itself is probably near on 30 base plates in total, mostly custom mocks, some vintage, some new, some knights, some kingdom, some everything else, some bits that I just felt looked good. So we start with this end, and here we've got my current build, which is the original Lion Knights Fortress. I've done a mock, I've thrown it together and built them their own little base. Get my finger out there, you can see. Again, over here we've got the dock with the boats in. You've got elves coming in, and you've got the islanders. The jokers are still arguing over the boat. There's no fish. I think Hoosiers caught them all. I don't know what's happened there. But again, you've got a bit of a skeleton army down there in front of the docks. Here we have the Black Monarch's Castle in all its glory. One of my favourite sets. I do apologise about the noise. There's kids upstairs. But yeah, that's one of my recent purchases. And yes, that is a set build. That's one of the set builds. Again, down here we've got the King and the Queen and the entourage of all the people. Again, you got some vintage, but you got some modern. Again, all the horses to go with. If you come over here, we got a regiment of soldiers of many different generations just standing around waiting for something to happen. This we will show you. I've got some knights and some horses here and bits and pieces just in preparation. Here you've got the local tavern, and if you look on top of the tavern, you've got a dragon, but you've also got the stealth assassin. And if we come over here and look on top of this tower, as you can see, you've also got the stealth assassin. So they're clearly planning something. What, I don't know. This build is another custom build, and here you can see I've got most of my Black Falcons defending it. Has a drawbridge, a couple of vintage dragons on top. There's not much detail on the inside, but again, for a custom, I like that castle. It's one I built myself just with parts one day. And then we move over here to what is my dwarven mine, and again it's set up with elves on it and the catapults manned. Down here you have the witch, which came from Miss Haley Bricks, and a catapult, and then you have the 2 minotaurs on the steps leading you up to the main courtyard. Right, now we get into the main courtyard. As you can see, there's a dragon on top of the tavern there. You've got your armaments, you know, your average catapult, prison wagon, royals wagons, your horses, your chicken house, your pigs in a pen, your dogs, your pumpkins, a little mushroom, some boulders for the catapults. If we come over here, you can see the Forestman GWP. That was a gift from some good buddies of mine. And that's on the in-between of the two. And sitting up the top there, we got another dragon poking his head out. Again, over here you got another carriage with one behind it. And then we zoom out to the medieval blacksmith. This set I call Hoosier's Nightmare. And again, you've got the 2 dragon CMFs at the front with the blacksmith and his women and whatnot. And yeah, you got the great big spider from Harry Potter there on top of that. Coming up next to it, we have our wizard tower. Again, this is a custom build by me. As you can see, you got the blue wizard there, you got Dumbledore, you got Vesuvius and various other wizards in the wizarding tower, talking about wizarding things, I would imagine. Over here we have the other side of the farm shop, and again you've got horses in all their battle armaments. You've got obviously the royal loot is being moved around, so yeah, there's a bunch of knights here protecting that, and a couple more of the CMF knights over here, maybe going in to have a look inside the shop and see what is what. Now we bring you to the main castle, and as you can see, there's a big castle wall guarded by 2 gates and 2 entrances. There is the ghost on top there, if you can see him. And again, this is all a custom build that I built myself. The outer wall before we get into the real castle itself. And again, this is all parts that I've acquired and have been donated by people in the community. The community has been so brilliant through my castle journey. I've been doing this nigh on 4 years now, and yeah, if you ask anybody in the community, I'm always building castle. I can't help myself. I'm always trying to purchase vintage castle to add to the collection. I like the older castle. The new castle's good. I'm not going to bash it, but I do like the older stuff. Here you can see we've got some more bits. The eagle on the top there with the owls. I don't know if you can see the owls. It's a bit bright over here. And finally, we've got the last castle. And as you can see, you've got the little red phoenixes either side. Flags. You know, if you look around, there's the small details like there's like rats everywhere and things like that. You look down there, maybe you can see the 2 scorpions. All them panel pieces, just lots of panel pieces. I do love a good bit of panel on a castle. And then you've got the inside of the castle where you've got the trolls in the lower section. You've got the king and queen sitting at the back here. Let me try and move out the light. There you go. And again, my little potion stand here for when I build a potion shop. I've been Brett's Builds. This has been a little walkout tour of my castle realm. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you like what I've been doing. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Go to your nan's house, log in, create her an account, and subscribe her to Brett's Builds, because I'm always doing crazy stuff with Lego, whether it's Lego Castle or any other thing. I've been your host, Brett Builds, Thank you for coming along, travellers, and I will see you in the next video.